Okay, so I put out a request for, topics to talk about, and apparently I've been missing a couple of good things. So I'm going to do a video real fast on my favorite enlightened, they think they're Jesus assholes, Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. Look, I can't stand these two as far as you could throw them. First of all, let's just start with why I can't stand Will Smith. Horrible rapper, sucked as a rapper. Nobody ever was like, man, Will Smith kicked out a fucking jam and shit like that. Sure, he had hits like Summertime and all that, but it was all that go back to school, listen to your parents, be good type of rap where it was just like, I'd rather listen to NWA saying, fuck the police and all this other shit than him and his happy rap. And then he stumbled upon into a sitcom, and that somehow, even though it wasn't funny, blossomed into a movie career where he just constantly played himself and never really showed any range, but that's okay. Jada Pinkett Smith, who was formerly Jada Pinkett, was I thought a pretty good actress. I mean, she's no Meryl Streep or anything, but she's trying. And, eventually these two hooked up, and they gave birth to two of the most conceited, narcissistic children who seem to be born thinking that they're adults that I've ever seen in my entire life. This whole family thinks they're so deep. They think they're so, like, I forgot who told me this, but I think it was Sexy Monkey once. Like, Jaden Smith, their kid, was quoted as saying once, two, or maybe it was Will Smith actually even said, 2 + 2 only equals 4 if you accept it. Okay, I'm going to go and I'm going to buy something at the store, and if it's $20, I'm going to be like, no, I'm giving you a 10, but this is actually a 20 if you accept it. So you got to believe here. So take this. This is a 20. I mean, believe. Come on. They're fucking biggest douches. And now Jada, I don't know if it's her idea or Will's idea too, but they have to have their kids on something because they're not doing so well in the movie or music career. I mean, they've been flopping and shit. Willow Smith had one hit, and fucking the other one, fucking he's been in movies and it's just been more of a distraction. Like, why is there that one bad person not acting right in this movie and this other person kind of sort of acting? What's he doing here? But he ruined the Karate Kid, so good job. But she has this thing called Red Table Talk or something, and I watched a few clips of previous episodes, not the ones we're going to talk about now. I think I'd rather watch Oprah trim her pubic hair. I really do think I'd rather watch that than watch any more of this, new agey, wannabe, Scientology type of garbage. I don't know what the fuck this is, but it's all positive shit, and I'm not down for positive shit. I want to see ratchet bullshit. So one of the first things I saw was Jada Pinkett was talking to Will Smith's ex-wife and talking about how hard it was for them to get on the same level and all that, and they were doing a lot of that, nonsensical Hallmark card shit, like, but I had to get to know you, and it was a struggle for me and for you, my sister. Yeah, just understanding each other was fucking boring. And I guess other times, sometimes it's hosted by Jada, sometimes it's hosted by her god-awful boring mother who just, personality transplants. Are they available? I mean, at all? I mean, just, can somebody did somebody forget to plug her in or something like that? Hop to. But nah, she's great. And the kids host it once in a while, which is just, golly, I want to see that. I want to see when Willow Smith goes on there with her meaningful thoughts and, relates to the common people and all that shit, even though she's been a $1 billion baby all her life. But this is the best. So they had like a 12-minute episode where it was, I think it was called like Getting It Out or something like that. Basically, it's the cuck episode where Will Smith came on there. Now, he knew about this ahead of time. He had to have known about this ahead of time, which is why I secretly think Jada Pinkett Smith gets a strap on and, puts him in like a Goldilocks wig and smeared makeup. It's like, who's your daddy? She like wears a pimp hat while she's having sex with him. Like, who's your daddy? You are, baby, you are. There's another guy like jerking off right in his face and shit like that. Like, why not? Because this was the YouTube equivalent of that. I guess this airs on Facebook, but whatever. I'm not watching this god-awful show. So basically she brought Will Smith there to talk about an entanglement. Oh, she was entangled, all right. She was entangled horizontally. She was entangled to the side. She was entangled maybe anally. I don't know if she's into that. Maybe she entangled this guy anally. The guy, I forget his name now. I don't even know who the fuck he is. I don't know if he's a rapper or he's a singer, a dancer. I don't know what he does. All I know is he looks like if Whoopi Goldberg went through a car wash and wasn't dried. Like, that's what he looked like. He's got like weird dreads and shit, and he just doesn't, his look is really odd. He looks kind of like homeless / hipster. I can't explain it. But I guess he admitted on some recent radio interview that he used to have a relationship with Jada Pinkett Smith, which is kind of weird since she's married. And there's a whole gossip all the time about, the two have an open relationship. I don't care. I don't care if they invite, circus clowns into their bedroom. It really doesn't matter to me. Although, what everybody thinks, and I kind of agree with too, is that they're both gay. I always thought Will Smith was gay, and I've always thought that she was gay. And that's just like one of those marriages of convenience. You know what I mean? Like, they both have, Will Smith gets to have a boyfriend. She gets to have a girlfriend and everybody's happy. Maybe not. So anyway, she brings Will Smith on there to like talk about this. Like, first up, if this is already put out there by the other dude, which is what he is at this point, just, put out a press release, say, you know what, yeah, this is our personal life, we're not going to talk about it. But she had to have a discussion, which means she wanted to basically cut his balls off right in front of everybody. So Will Smith is sitting there, and look at Will Smith during this interview. He's not happy to be there. He looks like a worn out man. And she's like, so this was a point in time when you and I were having problems, like big problems in our relationship, probably like the first fucking year. And he's like, yeah, when I was ready to get rid of your ass. I was ready to get rid of your ass, because he's keeping a gangster and shit like that. Stop it. Just stop it. You don't talk like that. We all know it. And she's like, yeah, I know. So, anyway, there was a point I needed to feel something again. Like a really, really big dick inside me again. I needed to feel it. Not that, it's okay if you want to take my oil or check my oil with that. It's kind of skinny. I needed something girthy. I needed to feel. No, but then she's like, and I did have an entanglement with this man. And even Will Smith at this point's like, an entanglement? You mean a relationship? Yes, I had a relationship with him. I had sex with him. We did some role play, good cop, bad cop, angry nurse, submissive patient, dirty Amish. And she's sitting there and she's just talking about this relationship they had and basically saying, it was because they were in a bad place and she needed to feel something again. And I'm just sitting there looking at Will Smith like, why aren't you getting up and leaving? Why aren't you getting up, turning around, and leaving? Or better yet, what he should have done during this whole fucking thing is split up. Well, since we're talking about your entanglement, I'd like to tell you about all these girls I was entangled with. I would have busted her ass. Been like, oh yeah, baby, we're gonna do a get together, ride or die type thing. Yeah, you can tell me all about your entanglement with this dude. I would have all the fucking whores I had sex with and everything like that. I'd have videotape and everything like that, and I busted out right there. Like, well, since we're being so honest, yeah, look at here. This is what I didn't even know. I know she's slightly cross-eyed, but this Asian girl is freaking hot. Look at. You got to see the position that we're in here. But see, that was an entanglement because I wasn't happy. Oh, and this other time I needed to feel something. Yeah, did you see this girl, the hot blonde? And yeah, there's a midget in the background. It's just something I needed to feel something again. Come on. I just can't believe that he sat there to take this shit. And I guess the message is supposed to be it's a strong relationship, because at the very end, they have the hokiest line ever. They're like, bad marriage for life. And honestly, at this point, Will Smith looks like the guy in every cuck movie. Really, I think she should be like, baby, I have an idea. We're going to talk about my entanglement, and afterwards, I'm going to have a bigger, buffer, blacker guy than you. First of all, you're going to need to wear just, a little like a pink G-string. Can you do that for mommy? Okay. And when I start talking about the entanglement, this big buff black guy's gonna come out and he's gonna rail me right in front of you. It's for our relationship. It's for us to get better. Just, work with it. And then afterward, I'm gonna say, open your mouth, you little bitch. And you're gonna go, and he's gonna pee right in your mouth. And I think it'll help us. I really do. And apparently, I guess 50 Cent talks to Will Smith, which I would have never thought that pairing, but whatever, they're friends. And 50 Cent kind of, shaded him a little bit, saying, dude, are you okay? And he's kind of like, yeah, it's been a whole thing. And he's like, yeah, but, and I forgot what his quote was, something like, but did she have to tell the world that she broke her back out with another dude in front of you? And Will Smith's like, fuck you, 50, don't you talk to me like that. I'm gonna go sit in the corner and wait till Jada brings home another guy to ejaculate on me. Okay, who cares about these two anyway? First of all, obviously a lot of people do, because it had like billions of hits on, YouTube. Although I have a theory about that, because there's nothing else to watch. There are no movies coming out. There's no new releases of anything. We will literally just sit there at this point and watch, dog excrement kind of ferment, like, and grow moss on it, on a stone. We would, because there's nothing else good out there right now. There's nothing. There's some shit on Netflix, but that's about it. So yeah, I don't know if this is the best job I ever did, but you know what? I can't bring myself to care about these people and their weird fake relationship and how deep they think they are, and how, school isn't, the kids didn't want to go to school. They went to one of these weirdo schools that Monkey went to, where people count leaves and they think it's meaningful and shit like that. And then they want to tell everybody else, how bad regular school is. Just shut the fuck up and count your money. Just shut up. You'll never relate to average people ever. Your mother and your father might be able to if they think back enough, because, there was a time when they didn't have money, but you two will always be in La La Land, the little, Smith brood that needs to go away. So, yeah, that's what I think about them. See, I think next week she's going to have a better special where she's going to bring every guy who's ever fucked her. And they're going to have a round table, and Will Smith's going to get to sit in the middle of the round table wearing a ballerina outfit while they call him dirty names. And occasionally one of them will, get like a lipstick and write slut or whore on his face. Why not? God bless him.